down. This is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, wait and see, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing out. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary.
I got metal running through my bones, a resurrection like a ghost. Hurricane, go ahead and blow. Where you could keep your white flag, I'll never fold. A shadow on a battlefield, a survivor never yield. A thunder, go ahead and shake. Don't run from the storm when I feel the rain. There's no rest for the wicked, no victory for the weak. And when the weeds getting thicker, you'll never see me on my knees. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. I got a fever in my blood, a falling embers from above. I feel the heat when the pressure blows, a wildfire that you can't control. There's no rest for the wicked, no victory for the weak. And when the weeds getting thicker, you'll never see me on my knees. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. With every beat on my heart, I'll be the light in the dark. You can't control this, I'm explosive. You can't control this, it's 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 explosive.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection. If we fix your foundation and you mention Race On Texas, you will get a 1-year free subscription to the All Access Pass.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing.
Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Checkered RV in Milton Freewater.
People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience.
So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Checkered RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
LSRTV, your home for sim racing, welcomes you to coverage of the Lonestar Racing Road to the 500. We're less than, of course, 9 days away to the 66th running of the Great American Race. Speed Weeks begins in less than 4 days, February the 14th at Daytona for qualifying. And of course, tonight we've got 3 great nights of racing. It all starts with the trucks. Saturday night, Xfinity. Sunday night, Super Bowl Sunday, the Next Gen Cup cars. And again, we all get underway right now. Welcome to coverage. I am Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten is alongside. Qualifying is about to get underway, and Charles is also in production. And man, Charles, this is going to be really fun. 3 straight nights of Daytona. 3 different categories of cars or trucks, and this is going to be a fun 250 miles, 100 laps to get things kicked off here this evening.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to 3 nights. I know the fans out there, they're probably mixed emotions. They get 3 nights of racing or 3 nights of me. Yes. That could be good or bad. I don't know. But yes, qualifying is underway. As we were a little late getting to the party, but we are here now, and again, qualifying is officially underway.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for joining us. We'll be interacting with you in that chat box and more. As qualifying underway, 10 minutes on the clock, already a minute left. Down, gone, 9 minutes remaining. And here comes Dave Payton on the speedway. Truck number 38, his Chevrolet, working off of turn number 4, 2.5 miles. The Daytona International Speedway. Working now down to the start-finish line, and we'll see where Dave Payton is going to end up here. Dave Payton in truck 38. Everyone else is also qualifying. 250 miles, 100 laps tonight. Saturday night will be 125 laps. Just shy of 300 miles. And then, of course, on Sunday, 150 laps. Just shy of 400 miles for the race on Sunday night. It'll be a fun one.
And tomorrow night, we have a special guest going to be joining us that we thought was tonight, and then it's tomorrow night. And yeah, so that was a little chaos, confusing. But yes. we got a special guest joining us tomorrow, so that'll be fun to have Justin up in here. He gets to experience our side of things.
That's exactly right. Justin Johnson, the promoter behind LSR Gaming X, will step away from the steering wheel and join us in the booth for the Xfinity race tomorrow night. Now, by the way, remember, tonight and tomorrow night is 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central. And, of course, on Sunday night, it is 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
Yes.
For the Cup race. And right now, Robert Vermwald on the racetrack now qualifying. You were saying, Charles?
Yeah, we're giving I consider this, Sunday night race. We're giving those people that don't like football an alternative to watch. So they can come watch us instead of watching the football. If they don't want to watch football, they can watch racing. We'll give it to them. The fans demand it, Wesley.
That's exactly right, and I can care less about the Super Bowl this year. Obviously, my Steelers aren't in it, and I'm sick and tired of Taylor Swift. Ugh.
Yeah,
I just hope the 49ers win on principle.
Well, I don't want either team to win. Can nobody win? Obviously, don't want the 49ers to win, but really don't want this new powerhouse to win either. So that's why I'm going to be calling a race with you. So I don't even have to bother myself with it, as qualifying is underway. There's a few drivers. And we do have a driver. We're going to switch to him. Aubrey Thompson's in this race, and when I was talking to him a little bit before qualifying started during practice, he said, 100 laps, 100% fuel, all that. He said, looks like an ugly sweater all over again, which we know he won.
He won the ugly sweater 250, and then he turned around that next night and won the American 500. Remember that we broadcasted from Talladega back in December on LSRTV. So, yeah, man, bragging rights galore for Aubrey Thompson, the 28. Right now, David Duke, fast man, the 78 Chevrolet, 52.287. Connor Leach from Canada. Second, Matt Underwood, Justin Mills. Chris Canline, not anymore. Derek Welch just went to second. Aubrey Thompson, let's see where he ends up, as he's now officially on the clock now, Charles.
Yeah, he is officially on the clock, and they had mixed emotions when I was talking to them. Did they want to qualify high? Did they want to qualify towards the back? I won't divulge their pit strategy, but they are going to have potentially a different strategy than some people. And we do know, and I quote, 35.8 laps of fuel is what they have on that 100% fuel load. So fuel strategy is definitely going to be an interesting one.
Keep an eye on that. Of course, is Aubrey Thompson now. Shades of the Allison and the Alabama gang of that 28 machine. Here comes the Ford. Do the triangle down below the apron. Remember, he can't do that during the race. Got to stay below the double yellow line, but Aubrey Thompson, good qualifying lap. He'll end up fifth. Now, by the way, let's take a look real quickly, Charles, at the race analysis summary. It's presented by Hunt the Front TV as Brian Shepard gets ready to come out to qualify.
Yeah,
fast repair. I want to emphasize on this, Charles. One fast repair, 100% fuel load, unlimited tires. There will be 2 attempts at overtime, and there is another rule that is implemented up till 5 laps to go. And that is, Charles Wooten, that the field cannot go 3 to 4 wide until after they complete 2 consecutive laps under speed. That will be enforced until it's 5 laps to go, and that will be all weekend long.
So they can't go to 3 or 4 wide, but if they go 5 wide, is that legal? Because that's not 3 or 4 wide, that's 5 wide.
You can't go 3 wide or more. It's the rule. 3 wide or more.
Just making sure we couldn't go 5 wide and break the rule. But, hey, you never know with some of these guys. We've seen it before, so you might as well go ahead and we'll bring weather up real fast. Presented by Kaufman Created, of course. A very cool night.
It is 71 degrees, track temp, air temp, exactly the same. It's a wind speed, though, of 12 miles per hour, partly cloudy skies. We'll keep an eye on that now, as, of course, David Duke still the fast man. Is the 88 Mazda BKS entry working. Brian Shepard Chevrolet off turn 4. Less than 3 minutes remaining in qualifying for the road to the 500 for the trucks tonight at Daytona.
And I'm not going to lie, I talked to some people prior to going live, and I was very tempted to play a practical joke on you and have Brian change his name to just B Shepherd or B Chef, and then tell you, hey, look who's up there racing with us, just to see, because I knew you would go crazy if he was racing with us.
B-Chef Brandon Checkered picked up a win last night at the East Bay Winter Nationals at East Bay Raceway Park. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, of course, in that Longhorn chassis house car.
And, you know, people don't know he's actually done some iRacing back in 2020.
Yep.
When I was working with Lucas Oil Esports, you know, he was racing in there, and I got to produce some races with him and, you know, the whole gang. So that was a fun little time during COVID, but .082, he's in 17th. That is insane, Wesley. .082 off the pole, and he's in 17th place.
Yeah, what a time, man. What a phenomenal job. Brian Checkered finishing up with qualifying. Going to be good enough for 17th. And we're less than 90 seconds remaining here for qualifying for Daytona. And these drivers, 1 minute, 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, and, you know, I want to apologize right now. I know we got a nice little field of people out there watching, so give shout out to them. I'm not typically in the booth. I did this because I wanted to do it because, you know, I like the series. I apologize for any names I probably will butcher at some point tonight. So a lot of these guys are new to us. Me in particular, because I don't usually even have to say their name. Except to say, hey, are you good? You got a mic? All right, good. You're for post race. So this could be a fun one.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that for sure. As right now qualifying just about ready to come to an end here. Any other takers with 30 seconds? That's the question.
I don't think we're going to see anybody. I don't think they had time anyway, but interesting to see Justin Johnson down there. You got a few that I expected to see. Drew Blaze, you know, some of these guys are teammates, so that's definitely a strategy call.
So the clock down to 3 seconds. Anybody else? I don't think they are. If they are going to try to qualify, they're going to run out of time doing it. And we're ready to go. Hope you're set for the road to the 500. And the trucks started off here at Daytona. Let's give you the starting lineup. Should be a good one. As David Duke setting fast time. He's on the pole. Derek Welch, row number 1. Connor Leach and Matt Underwood will make up row 2. Row number 3, Aubrey Thompson and Justin Mills. Harrison Whitehead, Matthew Berkovitz. And your top 10 will find Chris Klein, Charles, and Tim Smith. Ready to roll the first 5 rows.
And we'll see. I told you, I always get the tough names here. Brandon Makiejewski?
Brandon Makiejewski.
Okay, and then we got Darren Jones. That's an easy one for you. Skyler Herod there. The 28, the 13 of Patrick Kopp. In row number 8 is going to be Martin Robinson and Ryan Gillett. In the 14, row 9 is going to be Brian Checkered, or B-Shep as we're going to call him tonight just for some fun. And the 38 on his outside is Dave Payton. And row 10, Wesley, is going to be Christian. I think that's Tinkler. We'll have to figure out. Tinkler. Yep. And Tom Barish in the 55.
Tom Barish, 55.
I told you I'd butcher him.
Patrick and Anthony Williams making up row 11, row 12. Eric Beadle and Nick Biddy. The 119 to the 32. Row 13 will find Shane Miller and Ray Partridge. Row 14 heading into the top 30. Scott Milner, Robert Smith, along with Joe David and Robert Verwald. The top 30. I'll save you here. Rest of the lineup includes Dustin Rogerson of the 23. Drew Blaze in the 1. Row 17. Justin Johnson. He'll be in the booth tomorrow night for Xfinity. And Mike Fahey in the 19. Row 18, Patrick O'Toole and David Hunter. Row 19, by himself, 37 starters, Dave Coburn. There you go. There's the lineup.
And that's the one I do know is the 19 of Mike Fahey. That's the one I do know. So, yeah, we got I'll have my work cut out for me today. I did practice a little bit when we were in practice mode. And I was going over some of their name, and I was at the same time thinking, man, I hope Wesley gets these hard ones and I get the easy ones. But it never happens that way.
See what happens whenever you try to wheel things and they end up falling your way, right? And some people call it karma, I call it reap what you sow. Back straightaway, ready. That's, by the way, a 1,500-foot back straightaway here. Getting ready for that, or actually 3,000 foot. It's 1,500 foot on the front stretch. It's 3,000 foot on the back straightaway here at Daytona. Everybody will climb 24 degrees of banking. She's banked, baby. 24 degrees. This will be fun.
This is going to be very fun. And again, you get 3 nights of this. Not 3 nights of trucks, but you get 3 nights of Daytona, as obviously it is the Lone Star Racing Road to the 500, and that's the reason I decided to get in the booth. Because Wesley, I just like you. No, and that too. But it's the Lone Star. These guys, they're from my state, so Lone Star Racing. You got to be in the booth with the Texas guys.
By the way, my apologies. 31 degrees of banking here at Daytona. 31 degrees. 12 to 30 foot apron. 18 degrees on the back stretch. And we're coming to green and the road to the 500. The trucks are underway. Feel the roar. Daytona underway with the trucks on a Friday night. So that's lap 1. They've got to go another lap, Charles, before they can break apart and go 3-4 wide or more. That's the rule that's implemented in this event for the road to the 500 to try to increase the performance of better racing. You cannot go 3-4-5 wide until 2 laps are completed, which they're working the super stretch right now. It is Leach, Welch, Duke, Thompson, Underwood, top 5 as they work in 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's that age-old rule. You can't win it on the first lap or second or really any lap in between the last one, but you can lose it. And unfortunately, you can lose it for other people too. So that is very unfortunate. And I did note, when I was talking to drivers earlier, I forgot to mention this when we were in the very beginning of this. The start zone that we always call the Geico start zone, and that's technically its name, but not always enforced. It actually is enforced in this race tonight.
That's right. That's right.
Ooh, a little squirrely there. I believe that is the 78.
No doubt about it. It will be enforced tonight.
And that's
Duke inside, Charles, and obviously everybody is minding their P's and Q's for sure. Remember, still got a long way to go in this race.
Yeah, you got a long ways to go. And that's why they're minding their P's and Q's. These guys know what they're doing. They're not going to go out there and go hog wilds and, start wrecking too early. They might wreck about halfway and we'll see a caution. We've got to do it, Wesley. It's Daytona. We're going to do it all 3 nights. Over, under. Let's say we'll set the caution at 6. You think we'll be over or under that?
I would say over, maybe 8. Maybe 8.
I'm gonna go under. I think we'll have less. I think we'll have around 3 cautions. So I'm under. You're over. I guess we'll have to wait and see because we're only in lap 400 right now. We might as well get the fans out there involved. I know there's about 50 of them watching right now too. The limit is 6. That is, so it's over or under. Let us know if you're over or under.
2.5 mile trial here at Daytona, 40-foot wide, 12 to 30-foot apron, 31 degrees of banking on all 4 of the turns, 3,000-foot back straightaway, 1,000-foot front stretch, turns 1,000 feet wide, banking 18 degrees at the start-finish line, back stretch 3,000 foot. Look at this. How banked is Daytona? There's a prime example on board with Aubrey Thompson in the early going.
And they're getting a little feisty up here at the front. There's a little door banging going on. I believe that's the 78 and the 71. Sorry, it's a 37 and the 78 in the front too. Different numbers there for some of these cars, but they're doing a little beating and banging up front. They may not be able to go 3 and 4 wide, but they're still going to beat doors down.
Back straight away again. That's the Daytona Super Stretch again. 3,000 foot wide, minimal for drainage only on that big back straightaway. Working into the corner into 3. Everyone's still 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Like Noah leading the virtual animals to the arc off 4. It is Duke the leader, Leach and Thompson. Everybody doing perfect, staying in the line and minding, being patient, being observant of everybody around them. And right now, this race going on. By the way, remember, no stages also, Charles, in this race. Oh, a little wiggle there for a minute by Whitehead, trying to go after Leach, setting up to get to Thompson. Thompson's up to 3rd. Duke under attack on the inside. Here comes Leach on the top to go to the lead in 3, Charles.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that lead change. That's another one we'll keep tabs on throughout this race is lead changes. You know there's going to be at least 20 or 30 lead changes probably in this race. If there's less than 10, I'll be surprised. But yeah, Leach had it. Now Duke's got it back again on the outside. We'll see if he's able to hang on to it. And by the way, just so everyone knows, we'll keep a close eye on, but you see the 37 of Connor Leach, that's actually going to be showing up as the 71 on his truck. So not the same number you see. So 37 or 71, they will be the same driver.
Right, thank you for that information. Racing rolling on here at Daytona. And remember, this is the first night of 3 in the LSR Gaming X Road to the 500. LSR Gaming X Lonestar Racing. Follow them along on social media, on Facebook, X, Instagram, Discord. They're just shy of having 1,000. Become a member. Great race and all that they're going right now with David Duke still the man leading the way. Connor Leach, Aubrey Thompson, Derek Welch, Harrison Whitehead, the top 5. By the way, you got 3 Toyotas, 1 Ford, 2 Chevrolets now in the top 5 with that Ford by himself of Aubrey Thompson. And everyone's still willing and dealing here as we're approaching 10 laps into here. 9 to go here, Charles.
Yeah, gee, I mean, we're going to click off laps very quickly here, I think. You know, it's going to be a long race, but we're about to be on lap 10. And again, 35-ish laps is what they can get on fuel. I think we're going to see them pit around lap 30. We may see some of these guys come in and, you know, change that up a little bit, but I think by 30 we'll see at least some drivers come down pit road for fuel.
It is amazing, by the way. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that share. Already at almost 50 people tuning in. Working now, lap number 10 when they come back to the line. 90 to go. 25 miles into this 250-mile contest.
Yeah,
Leach in the lead now.
We got some people chiming in. We got 3 overs and 1 under. So I think the one that said under, you know, is my favorite fan-wise. So I don't think we're going to see over 6. I think these guys are going to be very calm, cool, and collected. And I will say this, to elaborate on my thing, if we go over that 6, I think we'll see those in the last probably 20 laps of the race. I think we'll stack them on top there.
Tonight's race is 250 miles, 100 laps, so we got trouble in the triangle. Look out, big trouble. 2, 3 trucks scattered into the wall, and they're not done wrecking yet. Oh, no.
Well, there's one of them.
Multi-truck accident in the tri-oval. And we've got a replay coming up of what just happened. Man, oh, man.
And that was an interesting one. Somebody disappeared. I don't think they hit their incident limit of 24 yet, but we're about to find out what happened. But it started roughly.
One draft went wrong.
Yep.
That's the 210 up in the air. The 210 crashing. That is Tim Smith, Dave Payton, Robert Vermwald, Mike Fahey, and others trying to get on the binders. Look at this. Let's go on board with the 210 of Tim Smith. This will be a fun ride. And again, Charles, it just looked like a bump draft gone wrong as he glanced off the 51.
Yeah, this is, like I said, bump draft gone wrong, and just unfortunate the way it all turned out. But he does have a fast repair. Hopefully he can get in and get it used and avoid any chaos later on.
Oh, man. He was up in the air. Had a truck up under the chassis of his machine as he was airborne. That puts us under the caution. Chris Klein leads them. After that moment that just happened with that accident, Connor Leach out in front from Canada.
And
anybody come to pit road, I think it's too early right now, Charles. Even though you got unlimited tires.
Yeah, you know what? I actually think we might see some people come down pit road. I'm going to be the opposite. I think we will see drivers come down. Then again, I could be wrong, so we'll see. But it looks like there's some people.
Find out.
Yeah, they're all coming down.
Monkey see, monkey do, and Leach brings them on pit road. That's, by the way, the number 71 Skunk Works Graphics Toyota Tundra. He is from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah, I figured, and this is one thing we talked about when I was talking to some drivers. They talked about around lap 15 for a pit stop. So this isn't too far off of that lap 15, so no surprise that we see a couple, but we saw everybody come down except for one lone driver, and that's this one right there.
Matthew Berkovitz.
Yeah, Berkovitz going to stay
out. Yep. The green 31.
No,
Still a long way to go at Daytona. You were saying, Charles?
Yeah, we kind of sprung this one on you. We'll let you go through them next time. But I was sent these last minute. We do have some sponsors on this race. So,
thank you to our sponsors.
Yes, so we'll throw them up there real quick. Of course, the 31st Joint Task Force. Big shout out to them. And I just like this logo. We talked about it earlier. It looks like a Killer Ninja logo racer guy. And that is the 31st Joint Force or Joint Task Force Racing.
The same people. There you go. Same people.
GTR Simulator. I'm not sure what this one is, but I like the logo. Swift. And it's not Taylor Swift. It is Swift.
It's not Taylor. Not a body. I would not condone working a show that's Taylor Swift's involved.
We will get more information on that. And of course, LSR Gaming X on Twitch. Bringing all of this to you. We're here because they're here. So, big shout out to them.
Yeah, big thanks to Justin Johnson and everybody that is involved with LSR Gaming X and the road to the 500 race 1. We'll take a break. We're only getting started. Strap in, grab a beverage, a snack. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes from Daytona.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Welcome back, and we're back from Daytona. 13 of 100 laps here. Matthew Berkowitz was the driver that did not come to the pit lane, the 31 machine. Everyone else did pit. Connor Leach on pit road first. Exits first. David Duke, Derek Welch, Harrison Whitehead, top 5. Got 3 Toyotas, 2 Chevrolets in the top 5. Then you got Aubrey Thompson of the lone Ford. Chris Klein in 7th, the Ford and Justin Mills. Matt Underwood in the 30, and Brian Shepard, your top 10. And Charles, we're going to try to go to a restart here. And remember, to our audience, 2 laps. They got to wait 2 laps before they can go 3 or 4 wide or more.
Yeah, then we'll see how it all plays out. But quickly, before we go green, I was just reading, catching up on the about the fans and watching. And did you know there was a New Year's Eve Bash hoodie? I was not informed of this. Where's my hoodie?
We did the 6 hours of the New Year's Bash in the broadcast booth. Who got a hoodie and we did? We're going back to green here in Daytona. Still a long way to go. Just over 40 miles in.
I may have to protest the rest of the weekend until I find out where my hoodie is. Although I was not on the call, I still want a hoodie. So we're back to green flag racing.
In your defense, you were on the call, but you weren't on the call.
That's true.
Right? I mean, remember, they got to wait 2 laps so they can go 3 wide, and that will be strictly enforced now.
I want to know what's going to happen to Matthew here. Berkowitz, is he is already fallen 1 spot. I guess you really couldn't say he's fallen too many spots.
Back.
He is fighting back, but tires really aren't that big a deal. But now he's on a totally different schedule than everybody on fuel, and he is the only driver that has 15 laps on his tires, make it 16. So he's got way less fuel than everyone. I don't know if that was a strategy or not. I mean, obviously it was a strategy. If we get a caution here in the next 10 laps, it's probably a good strategy. If we don't, he may be sunk faster than the Titanic.
Fair game. Back straightaway. Remember, they got to complete the lap. They have to complete the lap. And then they can start going 3 and 4 wide. Right now, Berkowitz on the inside. That's that Army colors. Part of the, if you will, 31st JTF. The outside comes Leach. Leach powers back. NTG machine, Welch in the bottom. Here comes Duke. Remember how good David Duke was at the start of this race.
Yeah,
he's
Duke
now right now. Oh, hold on. Oh my. Hang on, guys. Duke and Welch.
Duke and Welch are duking it out right now. So it'll be interesting to see how those two do. Yes. And we got Whitehead mixed up in there. Harrison Whitehead, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Harrison Whitehead he's in
the green 77.
Yeah, he's with Aubrey Thompson, so that is one of his teammates, along with Justin Mills and Raymond Hanneman. So, got a couple of teammates there, and they were planning on doing a special kind of strategy that they wanted to do to try to win this race. But the big concern they had was they only had 3 teammates. And they did not know if they could do the same strategy they did in the ugly sweater race. And I quote, without using the language, he said, "We can do it, but we're going to have to drive our blanks off when we come out of the pits."
Leach is the leader. Klein in second. Welch in third. By the way, I think Welch is actually the one, or Mills is. Hold it together, guys. Working through the corner. Here they come to the line. Couple of teammates there, by the way, but Aubrey Thompson and the 2. That's Mills and Thompson on the outside. Closing in on 50 miles, Charles, in this race. We're already 80 to go and 20 in.
That's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a long race, a fun race, and really, it's not going to be that long. It's only 100 laps. We're used to doing 80 with the Northwest, Cup and truck pretty much all the time. So 100 laps, just 20 more. Basically, when we get to lap 20, it would be like doing a regular race with a normal league. But this is not normal. This is the road to the 500, and I'm really looking forward to see who comes to all three of these races, and could someone sweep all three races?
That's true. All this going on now as we watch these guys work back into the corner. Again, 2.5 miles here in Daytona, back up at 31 degrees of banking down to the inside. Bottom is Leach again to the lead. By the way, Berkovitz, the man that did not pit, back to 5th and 6th and 7th. He's free falling. And you expected that, Charles?
Yeah, I kind of expected him to fall back as, he's right there. He's falling back to 7th place now, and he probably will. There's no point in fighting it. While we know tires aren't the biggest of deal at, Super Speedway, Daytona, Talladega, his are more worn than the ones around him, so there's no point in fighting these guys. If they're getting around you, let them go. Slowly fade back versus making a big pile up and damaging your truck and others. And just kind of play it safe. Because, Wesley, let's face it, there's going to be another caution. And then you can try to recover then.
Back straight away. Welch now, the new leader, the 0-1. Welch is the truck that's the black one that we had. We were kind of wondering who it was. It's Welch now. Mills now back to the lead. Look at this now. Hold on, Mills. Welch falling back. He's back to 5th. Battling now with Berkovitz. Underwood. And now Mills in the lead. The number 2, the Ford. Number 2 to the lead.
And I'm kind of surprised, after 2-3 laps they can go 3 and 4 wide. They're actually doing the opposite right now. They're actually going single file. And while that doesn't, necessarily produce the best racing, as far as action, what it does do is my favorite thing. We save these trucks, we save these fast repairs for those last 20 laps, and at that point, all bets are off. No friends, everyone's a foe, and they're in your way of bringing home any kind of money, a win, bragging rights, anything like that that you're racing for. All bets are off at 20 laps to go.
No, you're exactly right. Back to the line. About to be 1/4 of the way through. 75 miles into this thing here. 60 miles, actually. Lap 25 will be on the board. Still a long way to go. It's 100 laps, 250 miles. Tomorrow night, it'll be 125 laps shy of 313 miles. And we did the math, Charles, during the commercial break. Sunday night, 150 laps around Daytona, 375 miles. That is the road to the 500, leading up to Speed Weeks and the Great American Race, the 66th Daytona 500 next Sunday.
Yeah, and everyone's looking forward to that, and I say everyone minus me. I will probably be doing something else. I just haven't watched, I hadn't watched, any NASCAR in a few years now, and with Harvick out, I kind of lost it when we, you got Harvick and Stewart out. Let's be honest, NASCAR is, it's still a good sport, but it's not the NASCAR it was, 10, 20 years ago. All of the guys I grew up with, Johnson, Gordon, Earnhardt, all of those guys, Stewart, Harvick, they're all pretty much out at this point. So I haven't followed the new guys as much, so maybe I should. But if I do watch a race, you can rest assured I'm going for Kyle Larson.
Well, now you're called back up is now Brian Checkered, by the way, in the lead of the 88 machine. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Got a big audience, and it's close to 40 plus. Tell us where you're checking us out from. Hit that like and share. I need to do it on social media as well. I haven't done it yet.
I'm very curious where everybody's tuning in
straight
from.
away. Wreck. Couple of trucks in the wall. 38 involved. The 22 down to the bottom of the apron. We've got caution out for the second time. That is Adam Kilpatrick and Dave Payton. Maybe some others. Yellow flag out on the back straightaway.
And we'll see. I'm not sure the yellow 22 is actually showing up as a 22 on live hour and timing and scoring. So trying to figure out. Yeah, is that who it is?
Yeah, the Pennzoil.
Oh, yes, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and there it is right there.
Peyton going around. Kilpatrick going for a spin and a slide. A couple other trucks on the binders as well.
Just
legal under the yellow flag. Let's go on board with Kilpatrick. This should be a fun view. Actually, check that. Let's go on board with the 38 of Peyton. Let's see what it was like for the view of Dave Payton in the 38 machine. And we're going to go back on Kilpatrick's ride first.
Oh, we're big.
No, we are on Dave Payton's truck. I'm sorry, they both were yellow trucks.
Too many yellow.
Something about being yellow.
Yeah, yellow trucks bringing out the yellow. What can we say tonight? You'll see right there. There's the caution, and just, bam, just nowhere to go.
Man.
Calamity indeed.
And as we go back to live, I want to point out, I like this truck. You know, it's unfortunate for Kilpatrick that he's involved in this because, you know, it sends me back to my old, literally one of the first places I ever went other than the local racetrack in my town was to Devil's Bowl Speedway back when it was open. And I didn't know his name. I still can't pronounce his name, Hoddenchild or Hoddenshire. I'll never be able to pronounce it. All I knew,
Jack Hodenshield.
Yeah. All I knew was yellow number 22 Pennzoil car. That's all I knew, and you know,
oh my God,
never knew how to pronounce it. Still will never know. It's pit stops underway. People coming in for a splash of fuel only. But that truck reminds me of that. So unfortunate for him. I was hoping maybe he'd have a good night.
Well, there's Jack Hodenshield. There's Sheldon Hodenshield. Repeat after me, Charles. Hodenshield.
Repeat after me, Hodenshield.
There you go. You did it.
I won't remember.
Hey, RGL Motorsports checking us out. Russ Lundberg from the Northeast and hopefully the Northwest Racing Series will be firing up soon. Details on that, of course, on the official flagship network of LSRTV and CRN. He is from Spokane, Washington. Biggin Racing is from London, Ontario, Canada. Jesse Biddy is tuning in from the Peach State of Georgia. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Got some broadcast stuff going on in Atlanta when March Madness starts for basketball. All right. The 2. There's Mr. Mills. Does he pit? Everybody else is pitted. Looks like they're taking advantage of this unlimited set of tires, and Justin Mills is in the lead. Aubrey Thompson, Connor Leach. Let's see if we can queue up. So we can queue up Mr. Justin Mills if he's available. Get his thoughts of the race so far right now for the Barely Able Racing team. And we'll get his thoughts, of course, with Justin Mills. And still a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him in here. If we can find him.
Yeah, I just saw him a moment ago. I'm trying to.
We got him. Here we go.
Make sure we get him in the
Justin
right box.
Mills,
here.
you got a copy.
I do.
Well,
Justin, go ahead, Charles.
Well, lights are off, but we'll let you go quick. But how is that truck handling?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Just trying to stay out front, win this thing for sure.
Still a long way to go, no doubt, Justin. What's your take of this race, and what's your thoughts of it forcing 2 laps before you can go 3 wide this weekend?
Well, I mean, me personally, I don't really agree with it, but it is what it is. Y'all know what we do and what we're used to, accustomed to, so.
All right, well, man, it's been good catching up with you. Good luck the rest of the way, man. Good luck on the restart.
All right, appreciate you.
And now I need to figure out what box he goes back in. I think, Charles, you took care of it. You're hired.
I
All right,
did.
we're ready for the restart here.
And, I'd like to talk to, Justin Johnson or one of their guys, but they are in some top secret room that I don't know about. I can't get into it. So, unfortunately, they're playing little top secret, a secret agent ninja person, dude. And, we don't, you might have access to it, but I don't have access to it. So, I would like to talk to him, but
Agent man.
yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now. But this could be very interesting because you have two teammates up there together now. They could pretty much dominate the inside and outside row.
See how it all shakes down on the restart as the field gets ready to come back to the Geico restart zone. Still 3/4 of the way left to go in the road to the 500, presented by LSR Gaming and Lonestar Racing, back underway at Daytona. What a restart. Remember, Justin Mills, not a fan of the 2-lap rule before they could go 3 and 4 wide, Charles. He sounded kind of not excited about that.
Yeah, there may be quite a few drivers that just aren't really excited about it. But it does prevent a lot of craziness at the start of a race and a restart. So,
yes.
Fan or not, it does, help things. But like you mentioned earlier, once you get to that 5 laps to go mark, that doesn't count anymore.
Right.
So, when you've got to make those desperate moves, you can on a restart with 5 or less to go.
And remember, there is still a chance at double overtime in this race if need be as well. As now they have completed a lap on the restart. They get one more lap before they can start breaking apart and going 2 and 3 wide. And right now, Chris Klein now the new leader. The Toyota number 51. Klein to the top spot. Leach back up there in that battle. And so is Mills. And they go to the back straightaway. Lap 30, 70 to go. Next time by Charles on the back stretch.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where I know the name Chris Klein from, but that name sounds so familiar. Like we've covered another race with him in it before, but it may have been another Lone Star Racing event that we've covered. But he's doing good right now out front. Kind of the same hitters up there: Klein, Mills, Leach, Checkered, Thompson, Welch, Whitehead. You've had the same top 5 to 10 pretty much all race so far.
So Chris Klein, driver the number 51 in all 3 of the races this weekend for the road to the 500. And of course from Buford, Georgia, the Beaver Toyota. Incoming Georgia, part of the Thumbs Up, the Numb Thumbs Racing League. Been iRacing for over 3 years. 40 years old, 2 kids, and an amazing wife of 15 years. How about that? Happy wife, happy life.
That is true. And in my case, happy RC car, happy Cody. So,
is it? Yeah, we're not married. Both of us aren't married, though, right?
Yeah, we're both single. I mean, I'm married to my RC car and work, so I guess that counts. But, we're gonna throw this up, Wesley.
It's like I tell people all the time. The only loneliness I get, the only time I'm lonely, is that 20 minutes before I fade off into La La Land. And then when I wake up in the morning and my feet hit the ground, thanks to the good Lord above for giving me another day and the breath of life, I'm right back to working, answering emails, text messages, phones. Just that 20 minutes of loneliness.
Yeah, and then once he gets to La La Land, he joins me because that's where I'm at all the time. So,
yes, exactly. Yes.
We'll throw this up because we know we want to check it throughout the race. 13 lead changes already. We know he had the 2 cautions, but I'm more concerned with those lead changes. We've had 13 of them already.
That's right.
We'll see.
By the way, that's presented by Virginia811.com, reminding you that with care. 14 lead changes, 6 caution laps and 2 yellow flags, and they're going 3 wide trying to pass some lap traffic. Up high, there's that 38 machine that was involved in an accident earlier.
Yeah, he has fallen back, and he's continuing to fall back. And, I want to point out, when we talk about these lead changes, it only actually is scored at the line with a new leader. These guys are changing back and forth multiple times. So if you counted each time someone passed someone, we'd probably be in the 50s or 60s already, but it's only scored at the line. So that is one reason that, it's lower than I think it should be.
33 of 100 laps right now. They come to the line. Klein in the lead of the top spot, representing the Peach State of Georgia. Mr. Mills in second. That's Justin Mills. And that Ford number 2. What a good run for him right now. Right now, still a long way to go in this race again. But not even at halfway in the race yet, Charles.
And someone who is way in the field, keep in mind, I say way in the field, he's in 23rd spot, but he's still in the main pack. That is Justin Johnson. He's a little further back than I expected to be, but he could be playing a little cat and mouse with these guys. He's kind of settling back, not going, too crazy, just kind of biding his time with his team.
And while that goes on, Justin Mills back to the lead, the driver from Vanceboro, North Carolina. In the Barely Able Racing entry. Been running iRacing for only 6 months. And doing really, really well. Hey, there's another story, by the way, Charles. Let's try to find this driver and team if we can. One of the members of the 31st JTF race team at Lonestar Racing. Leaving to pursue a championship at his local dirt track at River City Speedway in the Sportsman division. And that's Ryan Gillette and Christian Tinkler. Matthew Berkovitz, those are the drivers on that team.
Well, there's, we got Tinkler right there.
Yes, and by the way, speaking of Christian Tinkler, she is making her debut in the series. Racing tonight. A little information about Christian Tinkler, a U.S. Navy veteran from Bonifay, Florida, 30 years old, 2009 SCCA Southeast Division Autocross champion, Indian Creek Dirt Junior Champ Kart champ, Senior champ, and a Champ Kart Championship winner in 2003 and 2004. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Ryan Gillette, the Bandit, U.S. Navy veteran from St. Helens, Oregon, 27 years old. He's also a karting champion in his rookie year with the OSKCS 2023 River City Speedway Pure Stock, third in the points, and he will be running full-time there. And yes, Ryan Gillette and Christian Tinkler will say goodbye to Lonestar Racing at the end of this weekend's Road to the 500, Charles. What a job by them.
Yeah, good job by them. And speaking of good jobs, look who's in second now. Brian Checkered up into second, trying to take the lead away. We'll see if he can do it at the line. Yes, he does. I'm not sure if he officially got credited, but he is the leader now.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, thank you to our men and women, like those Navy Marine veterans that have fought and served for our country, and those that continue as well. Thank you for your service. Back straightaway, 3-4 wide. It's beginning. Checkered in the lead. The 88 machine. Mills back to the inside. Welch will follow. Leach, your top 5. Sounds like crickets in the woods, don't it?
Yeah, and we've had those seconds, and the same drivers have been up there consistently. They're doing a good job. Mills, Checkered, Klein, Welch, Leach. We got a Thompson up there now, but Nick, is that Nick Biddy? He's a new one up there, and I'm gonna forever, when I think of Nick Biddy, there's a group that paints my RC cars for me called Biddy Design, so I'm forever gonna think of that. I'm probably no relation, obviously, but that's what's gonna cross my mind now every time I see his name, and he's doing good. He's sitting in now 7th position from 5th, but they are still side by side battling for this lead.
And while all that goes on, look at Mills under attack. A little wiggle there for a moment by Leach. Well, that happens. All back in a line in a form, and they're 2x2 again. And closed it in on 60 to go. 10 to halfway in the road to the 500 for the trucks. Next time around, Charles, they're in 2.
And, I don't want to jinx my own self and the wonderful other person that went under with me, but, we've had a nice green flag run here so far. Not to jinx that, I'll knock on wood, but, we love to have time to thank our sponsors and commercials and all that, but, we've had a nice green flag run. Hopefully I didn't jinx it, but, these drivers are doing exactly what they need to do. They're staying calm, and they're going to at least try to get to the halfway point, I think, before they decide to have another caution. And we don't just get them. No one loses count. We plan these out. We don't plan cautions. But, I think they have a plan to where if they're going to do something crazy, they're going to do it at the end. And they're just biding their time, waiting, and, they're just going to kind of chill out and, Sunday cruise it a little bit.
Right. Keep on rolling if you don't mind as they work the back straightaway. That's, of course, 3,000-foot back stretch. And there goes Leach up on the outside. By the way, he's in the 37 on time and it's scored. He's in the 71 in the truck. Aubrey Thompson back in that fight. So was Klein and Whitehead. Somebody was talking about Whitehead a moment ago. What do you think about Whitehead with the 77? Seems to be running a good race. King Cordell, yes. Doing well right now in the top 10, outside the top 5, going back to 1.
And I don't know if he's, where Whitehead is from, but if he's from Texas, probably not. But the only other Whitehead I know is Justin Whitehead, and he is a factory stock driver here in Texas, and he will wax the floor with you if he has a good setup. If he, dials in his setup, that Whitehead that I know, he is good. So we'll see. Obviously, Harrison Whitehead doing a pretty good job of the 77 right now as well. And I just got word, by the way, Wesley, Sunday for the final race could get very interesting here in the state of Texas, where some of these drivers are, especially up in my neck of the woods. We have a chance for heavy snow, up to potentially feet of snow.
It's amazing. We got 75 degrees tomorrow. 68 today, 75 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, it was 68 here today as well.
Yeah.
It's 68 today and snow on Sunday. Yeah, welcome to Texas.
If you don't like it, stick around. It'll change for you, right?
Yes, and there's gonna be snow. According to what I read, it's gonna be snow or heavy snow. There's no chance of not getting snow. Good news is, the show will go on. We have fiber internet. It's all buried under the ground. Where it's nice and toasty, so that won't play a factor in anything. We'll still be here good to go, and these guys will be here good to go. I believe, I would have to check, but I believe all 3 may be sold out. I know the trucks sold out very quickly, but I'd have to go check on the other 2.
Yeah, everybody is for the most part sold out. I think there was like less than, I believe, 2 spots, 3 spots maybe open, but that's it. That is it. No more.
And these are the guys, we've said it before, these are the kind of events we love. We love our weekly stuff, like the winter series stuff, and we love having the new Thursday series with Stars and Stripes. Absolutely killer racing. But, this is what we really like. I really like, and I think everyone on the channel does, and all of our fans. We like these big money races, big name races, these one-offs. They draw in a huge crowd, and they're just fun to call. You don't have to worry about all the logistics of points and standings and all that. You just get to have really good racing.
Even though we still do our best of trying to have the driver's information and all the right stuff and whatnot. That's my job. Charles just,
I just spew out stuff. Yeah.
Follow Wesley's lead, right?
Say, well, you're more like if this was a party and all of these people are partying with us, you're like the designated driver that gets to know everything, make sure everything happens like it's supposed to. I just show up and push buttons and, act a fool. So, no, I say that. We try to do our best. We make sure. But, yeah, you definitely are the information one. Obviously, I say that you're the deep information on these. I get to talk to the drivers, obviously, because a bum and don't work. I work from home, so I'm home a lot of the time. You're out working and doing stuff, so I get to talk to the drivers, know a little about how the race may go. You get to talk about how what their sponsors are, all that stuff. So, we get our information we need to get, and we put on a show for the fans.
We certainly do, and thank you so much. Let us know where you're checking us out from, as we are approaching halfway. We're about to be 125 miles into it here in the road to the 500 round one tomorrow night. 125 laps, just shy of 313 miles tomorrow night for the Xfinity cars. Remember, that'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central. And then Sunday, the Next Gen Cup cars around Daytona, 375 miles, 150 laps, and that will begin at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, Super Bowl Sunday. Don't forget about the 66th run into the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Leading up from the road to the 500 in Speed Weeks next week. Beginning on Valentine's Day, February 14th, Wednesday night qualifying. And then practice all the divisions. Trucks, ARCA, Xfinity, Cup, Daytona.
Yeah, definitely. And, a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, we're actually off this Tuesday, so we don't have a Tuesday one. We come back Thursday.
Yes.
And I believe, if my math
Wednesday, don't you start the Full Throttle Racing Series Wednesday, I believe?
Wednesday and Thursday is all we have next week. And then, of course, I got some real racing going on. But, looking forward to seeing what kind of racing those guys over there at Brody produce. And, I expect it to be really good. And we went back and looked. Full Throttle was actually on the channel years ago, before I owned it, before Jeff owned it, before you might have been here at some point, but it was before pretty much all of us.
Full Throttle used to be right before RSR, the Real Sim Racing program, if I remember correctly. All right. Believe it or not, we're closing in on halfway. Charles, what's your analysis of the first half of the road to the 500 round one for the trucks? Everybody has been, for the most part, very calm, cool, collective. Couple of cautions, not many, only 2 as we come to halfway here in a couple of more laps. You're taking the race so far.
I think the underbet is the way to go. We're at halfway point, 2 cautions. If we continue that trend, we will be under the 6 mark. Do I actually think that's going to happen? No, I don't. But then that's why right there.
We got trouble. Look out. Going around Kilpatrick into the 4. Into the banking, and there's trouble in the tri-oval, and they're not done wrecking yet. Kilpatrick slamming into some more, and now they got to throw a caution.
That was probably the slowest caution
20
ever.
just looked like they were in a damn ping pong match, and then they declared tilt.
That has got to be the weirdest caution ever.
It's like they weren't stopped crashing, and the race director wouldn't throw a caution flag.
That's one of them times, at your local dirt track, the flagman's looking over in turn 3 and everything's happening in turn 2.
Here's a look at the replay.
Yes, he just squirmy.
All over the place, man.
And there, finally, that's what draws out the caution. It just literally the most drawn out caution I think I've ever seen before the yellow flag came out. But, we've been 24 laps on this stint. I think everybody's coming down pit road.
I do too. Closing in on the halfway mark of this race. And let's see, Charles, why don't we cue up Derek Welch and See how he's doing right there. Derek Welch of that Toyota number 01. So he's leading the way as we're closing in on the halfway mark of the race here.
Well, we gotta find what channel he's in at the moment. So
yeah, well, you're on the rabbit hunt, right?
we're on the rabbit hunt, and we have lots of channels to go through, and I don't see him.
I don't see him either.
Oh,
Nope, I don't see him either unless he's under a private name.
we'll give him a second to get out of here, and I'll pull Whitehead in here. Whitehead's been doing good. He's in 12th right now. As soon as his
hold
pits
that thought right there. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's bring in the man behind LSR Gaming X and the road to the 500. He'll be joining me in the booth tomorrow night with Charles and I. Justin Johnson, your take a halfway of the race so far at Daytona. Friday night of the trucks.
Man, honestly, I think it's going very well with that 2-lap rule. These guys have only had, 3 cautions at this point? So
yes,
I think the 2-lap rule is actually working. They're getting roughly 12 laps or more per caution. So I think it's working out pretty well.
Well, guys like Justin Mills were not happy of it, Justin. They were like, we're not fans of this, but it is what it is.
Well, they may not be fans of it, but it's working out and it's putting on a show for you guys, and that's the point behind it. I've had people in my stream saying I love the 2-lap rule because don't do something stupid on lap 1 and cause a caution. So I think it helps, and so far it seems like everybody else is liking it. It's just honestly, it's really hard to pass. So we were trying to make moves, but it was just so hard to pass and without doing something sketchy.
I got 2 quick questions for you. 1, are you looking forward to flipping the role and being in the booth with us? And 2, where is this secret room that I don't have access to that you're hiding out in? Because I can't believe you had some secret ninja hideout room that I don't know about.
Nah, we're just in our team Discord, man. Typically where we hang out whenever we're doing these special events or our NIS races, which, being with the broadcaster role you have, you shouldn't be able to see it and drag people in and out. But if not, we'll make sure to get that fixed up before tomorrow. And honestly, man, like I said, jumping in the broadcast booth with you guys tomorrow night, the question, you're asking me if I'm looking forward to it. The question is, are y'all looking forward to me being in there?
Yeah, so less time I have to talk, of course.
It's going to be fun for sure, definitely. I think you'll have a new perspective as well as of what we do, and it's different than being on the track for sure.
Oh, trust me, I've actually done some broadcasting myself to help out with some other leagues and stuff that we had. I was doing some free broadcasting to keep them from having to pay somebody and get their name out there. So yeah, I've done my share of it. I'm no professional by any means, but I could definitely get in there and help you out.
You said my magic word, free.
Charles might help me out, might want to hire me after tomorrow night.
Yeah, if you're free, I'll hire you for everything we got.
I think we're going to get some money back on tomorrow night's broadcast, guys, with me up in there.
Going to be a fun time for sure. Well, Justin, man, we'll let you go. Good luck the rest of the way, man, and obviously still a long way to go in this race.
Oh yeah, but you're fixing to start seeing people making some moves now, man. We're over halfway done. It's hard enough to pass as it is, so about to see what happens here.
What's the old say? We're about to throw friendships out the window here, right?
Oh yeah, it's about to get western.
Time to let the rough side drag, if you will. There you go. There's Justin Johnson.
Yeah, go put him in his top secret room.
We'll let him back. It's LSR Team Chat. You should be in there.
All I can see is Team Chat Junior, like I'm some kind of weirdo.
Maybe you need to click on it.
I did. I see LSR Team Chat Junior and LSR and Friends, but apparently they've got some secret agent room.
LSR Team Chat up on the top. It's up on the top.
It's not there for me.
We'll have to add you to the list.
I want to know how they gave you permissions, but not me.
Have it. You're the guy that normally takes that. I was about to say the S word. Thank God I did. All right, who is it? Let's get ready to go back for the restart. Hey, we're halfway home too. Pace car getting ready to drop onto the pit lane. As, of course, Justin Johnson said, Double J, Lone Star Racing Road to the 500 has got still over 125 miles. And Charles, it's about to get good, brother.
It is, and as we take the green flag one more time, Lewis was asking me in chat if this is an annual event. I'm not 100% sure, but but I would believe it probably is going to be an annual
event.
event.
This is the second annual. This
Okay,
is the
there you
second
go.
annual race. Yes, second annual event. And
So
as
there
they
you go.
send it off into turn number 1, it's time to feel the roar. Extended from Daytona. And after the feel the roar, they'll be going 3 wide again. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love the thunder. Feel the roar. Here, I'm not done. Listen. You gotta love it, Charles.
Indeed, you do gotta love it. You know, I might actually watch more NASCAR if they just did all feel the roar and just had no commentary and let the cars do the talking. You know, I'd watch that.
Hey, by the way, in other news, and there were, oh, here we go, 3 wide. 2 rows up in front. Welch on the bottom. Mills up high. Leach is the monkey in the middle. And like a hot knife through butter or a hot dog flying out of the bun. Here he comes in the middle. Can he get some help? Leach. Welch. Leader. 3 wide. Going back to 1, Charles. They're not done.
No, they are not done. And, you know, Justin Johnson just said, you know, basically it's go time. We're halfway done. You know, we're going to put on a show for you now, and that's what they're doing, 3 wide. This could get real interesting real quick.
We knew that this was going to happen. They're not done yet. Let's watch them now work their way into turn number 3 and 4, coming back down to the line. Boy, oh boy. Closing in on 40 to go. Let's take a look at the race summary so far. 3 wide again in the front row. There it is, 3 cautions. Just before halfway, we had that 3rd yellow. 25 lead changes, 9 caution laps. So we got trouble. They're wrecking. They took each other and the field imploded from the front. Welch, Underwood, Leach, scattered, smothered, covered, the big one. Chopped and diced at Daytona virtually in 1 and 2. Oh no. Welch, Leach.
We figured
and they
that
all
was
just got
coming.
took apart. We knew it was coming. Everybody, at least in the top 10, have just got tore up from the floor up going into turn number 1 and 2. Yellow flag for the 4th time here in Daytona.
And that took out a lot of trucks.
Wow. My. There's the big one. There's the big one. Charles, let's go on board with Leach in the 71 because honestly, I think he kind of started it. 3 wide, monkey in the middle, and then a little razzle-dazzle, and you got the bump draft, and you got the side draft, and then you got crash. The 71 right there. Let's see what happened. Right in the middle. On board. Take a listen. Oh my.
Your crunching and clanging of metal.
My oh my. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and then you got calamity. We haven't done this in a while. We'll take a break, take our sponsors, and more from the road to 500 from Daytona as we approach 40 to go. This is iRacing on LSRTV.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection. If we fix your foundation and you mention Race On Texas, you will get a 1-year free subscription to the All Access Pass.
Let's check in with Connor Leach in the 71. Connor, what's your take of the big one? You were right there 3 wide in the middle, right there in the hunt for the win. And somebody just made a wrong move. Obviously, a lot of people are blaming Biddy in 32. What's your take on it?
Well, I don't know what exactly happened. Skyler, my teammate behind me, he said the fellow behind him was pushing a little aggressively and looked like he pushed Skyler into me. I mean, don't push the pusher. It's a big rule, but I don't know if that's exactly what happened. I'll have to look at the replay and see, but that's what I kind of thought had happened. I think it was Duke was pushing pretty hard on Skyler, and and Skyler's got nowhere to go already. He's already pushing me. We're in the corner, and I got turned. I don't know if something happened. It was outside of me or the inside of me, but it's too bad. I mean, we're looking really good there, so we're going to fight back here. We get the fast repair used up, so hopefully we can keep clean and go get us a W here.
My question is, you said you just use your fast repair. You got 40 laps to go. We haven't had a whole lot of cautions, but now they seem to be ramping up a little bit. Do you obviously wish you had it, but do you think maybe with just 40 laps to go, you can squeeze it out here?
Yeah, well, we're just coming back into the pits here to just fill her up, but I think we'll be all right. I'm pretty confident that we can get through whatever big one might come our way, but it's just time will tell. We'll see what happens.
Got a feeling it's going to be like this as we get 1 to go for the remainder of the race. Leach. Connor, do you think we'll have this type of craziness like this for the remainder of the race?
I mean, cautions breed cautions, right? So it's it's gonna get crazy. Hopefully, we can just ride around here for the first few, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hoping we can keep going green like we were at the start of the race, but we'll see what happens. Time will tell, and you guys are going to be there to cover it all, so can't wait to watch it after the race. But
yeah,
hopefully we can get a good run through the field here. We just went and put some more fuel in it just in case it goes green, but yeah, we'll see.
Good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
The Canadian man from Vancouver, British Columbia, the Skunkworks Graphics Toyota Tundra. That is, of course, our friend of the North, Connor Leach. Very optimistic and in a good mood after getting caught up in a big wreck there, Charles, as we get ready to go back to green.
Yeah, he's definitely in a good mood for being involved in a wreck, but I'm in a good mood because I just got a glimpse of that 28 machine.
Yeah.
That is a nice-looking throwback.
We go back for the restart. I know a lot of people were a little frustrated at Biddy. Ready to see how this goes on as we get ready to go back for the restart coming up. Real quickly, sponsors of the Lonestar Road to the 500, presented by 31st Joint Task Force. And then there's the Mafia one, or the Ninja one. There you see it. Hoorah. Thank you also to GTR Simulator and Swift. Finally, LSR Gaming X on Twitch, Facebook, and Discord. Back to green on LSRTV, and you can't do that! Oh no! That's Milner jumping out of line. He said, I'm getting the hell out of this crazy party right here, Charles.
I don't blame him. I'd get out of the way and just let him go. That is not where I want to be. And he's got 10 laps on his tires compared to everybody else's 2. So, yeah, I'd be getting out of the way too, but they are going crazy up front. We got Vahey, Whitehead.
Can't do that. Bobbing and weaving. You can bob and weave, but you can't go 3 wide. Can't do that. Not yet. Can't be making those 3 wide moves. Patience is a virtue, as they say, Charles.
Yeah, but, you know, patience may be a virtue, but I don't think so many people have it. So, these guys want to get to the front. They want to get there now.
It's the LSR K-Meet-X Road to the 500. And right now, pucker time upon us.
Oh, Wesley, I'm back. I had to take a little break there and go take care of some foul language that I had to remove from our chat.
Be nice, people. Be nice. Be kind. Please rewind.
Yeah, I'm not sure with the rewind part, but yes. We are family friendly, so we try to keep it that way. But you know, some of these drivers may not be so family friendly with each other when it's all said and done.
Yeah, try to be a little friendly in the chat box, everybody. We don't want to have any abusive language, and honestly, that could get us in trouble with the powers that be on the social stream. So be good, be good.
Yes.
9-1 LSR Gaming X Road to the 500, Charles, and we are closing in on approaching 3/4 of the way through. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble either, so I'm in trouble enough as it is.
We don't want that to happen. Be good, people. Be good. Now, by the way, Herod in the lead in the 48 machine. Skylar Herod up in front. Down the back straightaway here at Daytona, that 3,000-foot super stretch, and we got trouble. Oh, my. Aubrey Thompson and other people collected. Aubrey Thompson, Miller, Robertson, and others. Hunter, Berkovitz, the 611 involved. Big trouble, the back straightaway. Yellow flag, number 5 at Daytona, approaching. 35 to go here. Wow. And again, Charles, it looked like another bad bump draft gone wrong. On the back straightaway, it all broke loose. Somebody tagged the back of Aubrey Thompson, and then everyone else just gets collected. Justin Mills and more.
That is, it's just unfortunate for Thompson.
Man.
He was having a really good race. And it looks like Justin Johnson made it through, so we'll take another look from Aubrey Thompson. Again, this was closer to up front, and just an unfortunate bump.
Aubrey Thompson on board with us now, buddy. What's your take on what happened? It looked like somebody hit you from behind, and you had nowhere to go.
I don't know, Charles. I got archer brake. I brake for the rate, got archer brake. That's the only thing I know, man. I don't know what else to say. And I already used my fast repair, so we'll see what I got.
Man, frustrating for sure as you see other drivers involved. Aubrey, do you feel like we're gonna see this type of racing the rest of the way with 30 to go?
Oh yeah, it's gonna get worse. the front up there, they're all over the place right now. It's gonna get worse. I can guarantee you what's gonna happen.
Gotta ask you this question. Are you a fan of the couple of laps before you can go 4 wide, 3, 4 wide?
Well, in our races, we don't do that. You just let them go. I mean, start finish line, you let them go. Most guys can make the smart decision on that. I know what they're trying to do, but it ain't gonna stop people from being calm or anything. It's still gonna happen.
Charles, you got anything for Austin Thompson? I know he's frustrated.
Go ahead.
I got 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so we got a chance, boys.
All right. Well, my questions, we talked a little bit earlier in here. As far as pit strategy, is it going anywhere close to what you planned on? Or,
No.
Out the window?
So the plan right now was we were about to short pit at 72. I think 71 to 72 is what we had planned. And then, of course, this happened. So I was hoping for a green flag stop. I really was, because I feel like us three, me, Justin, Harrison, we could have got that pit stop down. We'd been good. But it's just how it goes. It's speedway racing.
Well, Aubrey, we'll check back in with you, man. Take advantage of that, the damage clock and the damaged vehicle policy, and we'll see what happens here at the end.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get enough cautions to get it fixed.
All right, there we go. There's the. Were you in Team 1, I believe?
He gone. I moved him.
Good, thank you. I don't know where the hell. I don't know where the hell he went. Where are they on?
I may not be good at a lot of things, but I'm good at some things.
You can at least remember where they are. Well, thank you though for helping me out. For sure. Ugly Sweater 250 and American 500 winner of the same weekend back in December. That's the driver, of course, of Mr. Aubrey Thompson, and a tough break there for him, man.
And I will say this for anyone who's thinking, well, you can't remember where you pulled them. There's 15 team channels we gotta look through to put
From
these
Trinity,
people where
North
they go.
Carolina. Yeah,
So-
Trinity, North Carolina.
I don't know how this is gonna go. We're gonna have what, about 32
I want to
laps
bring
to go.
him back in here real quick, actually. Shameless plug. Can we do that? Let's bring him back in here. Aubrey, I wanted to bring you back in here, man, to promote your big race that's coming up at the end of February. Can you talk about it with us on a Sunday night?
Yeah, we're going to have the JCB Excavation 250. It ought to be good. I hope it is. It's going to be 40 drivers, and it's invite only. So
We're not invited, Wesley.
Well, I am. I'm going to play. I'm in the broadcast booth for it.
What? How did you get invited, but not me?
Because you're unavailable. You got real racing obligations on that Sunday. Remember I asked you, February 25th.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
But most of the drivers in there is going to be the teams that sponsor the race, honestly. I about got a full list already just by the invites.
It's going to be awesome, man, for sure. Obviously, if I remember correctly, isn't it Daytona?
No, it's going to be Talladega.
It's Talladega. Yep. I knew it was a super speedway. Talladega, it'll be Sunday, February the 25th. And, of course, I'll be on the call for that with Pedal to the Metal TV, PTM TV on Sunday, February 25th. All right, Aubrey, thanks, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, I just want to get him in here to help promote that event. Invitational, Charles, only. Invitation only.
Yeah, we need to bring back our own invitational we ran a few years ago, but just haven't done it since. And that was a fun race, a little super late model invitational. But I think we're going to have just past 30 laps to go when we get this, and we're wrapping this up very quickly. Especially you have 20 lap green flag runs. As we're about to start this one, it's going to go by very, very fast.
Next Friday night, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be in action right here at Daytona for their big event. Trucks tonight, Xfinity tomorrow, Cup on Sunday. The road to the 500 by Lonestar Racing at LSR Gaming X on LSRTV, and we are back to green, closing in on over 30 laps to go. Robinson now, the leader. Robinson, Duke, Whitehead. Charles Whitehead's been right in the hunt all night long, like you mentioned, man. He's done really good.
I'm thinking he's got to be related to Justin Whitehead if he's that good. So They are beating the bumpers off these trucks right now, going down the back stretch here, and you can see them. They are just right there together, and that is one thing you can do. You can bump down the back stretch, but you do not want to ride somebody's bumper, for an extended period of time, because you will blow the engine in these trucks.
Gotta get out of line, if you will. And just like in real life also, Charles, it's just like with those trucks. If they stay in line too long, the truck will overheat. You got to break out of line, get out of the draft to let that air get to the front of the engine to cool it down. If not, you can hand grenade the engine driving. Look at the 41. Bonsai, inside, outside. Look at this.
Yeah, wow. you see them snaking and bobbing and weaving, and, you'll see them offset of each other a little bit. Man, that outside lane is going. But, yeah, that's why they're offset from each other, so they can get a little bit of air but still be able to push the truck in front of them. And nobody wants to be behind someone anyway, so you got to try to get in front. And, man, they are just moving right now in that outside lane.
Yes, they are.
And I'm curious, too.
Together.
If anybody's in the stands watching, can you let us know, do they have any pizza in the concession stand? I'm getting a little hungry. You haven't had dinner yet.
I haven't had nothing to eat since lunchtime today. This morning at 10 o'clock, I think it was.
I had 11 o'clock. I had some golden chicken tenders on 2 pieces of bread, and I put some ranch dressing and buffalo sauce. So I basically made a Whataburger buffalo chicken sandwich out of my leftovers, but that's what I've had. I haven't had dinner yet. So yeah, if anybody can let us know what kind of pizza they have in the concession stand, that would be great. But these guys aren't going to be eating anytime soon, but somebody's going to get a chicken dinner because they are duking it out, and we're almost 3 wide. By the way, look who's in 10th.
Yeah, I'm going to say, look out, trouble, bottom of the racetrack. Mills is in trouble, and others.
I don't think that will not. Oh, it does bring out a caution. I did not figure it would, but it does.
On the 4. Yeah, I thought it was at the bottom of the apron there, but it's under caution again. Justin Mills and Matt Underwood involved. Here's a look at the replay. Charles, what do you see here? What are they doing wrong?
I think these guys just maybe got a little too close together, got collided. We'll see exactly what happened, but they're just getting a little antsy, and right there just dehooked him. I believe that was a 71 potentially. Might have been the 78. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the 4, and Matt Underwood, and the other machine of course, Justin Mills, I believe.
Yeah, and we'll go back. We're gonna look at that one more time. The 71 of Connor Leach, as we'll go to his roll bar, you'll see he hooks right here, that little bit of a hook, and it just spins him into the 4. And again, you just can't push people in the corners, and we'll see. I guess it wasn't directly in a corner, but he'll get him right about here in just a second, and you'll see right there, just hooks him.
Yeah, man.
Unfortunate, but it will bring out the caution once again.
So we are under the yellow flag. Leach now on pit road. By the way, right now, pit stops. Right now, there has been 3 pits now by Christian Tinkler. How about Christian Tinkler in the lead, Charles? What do you think of this? The ladies in the lead.
Yeah, this could be real interesting. If she wins this thing, or even finishes in the top 3, I really hope, when we interview her, she gets to say, "Silly boys, you just got beat by a girl." Because I've actually seen that as a bumper sticker on a go-kart by a girl, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
No surprise, I don't see too many people coming down, if anybody, to pit road. No big deal there. You kind of got a mixed bag of nuts right now when it comes to things. We've got 23 laps on the stint, which is our leader right now. Then you got 7, 14, a couple of more 14s, 2, 3. So kind of a mixed bag, but the majority of these guys are on about 7 laps.
Let's check in with one of the 31st JTF Racing teams, of course, with Ryan Gillette and Christian Tinkler. Christian, first off, thank you for your service, and you're leading the way right now.
Yes, sir. You're very welcome for the service. I did not expect to be up here. I was 2 laps down not too long ago.
This is Ryan Gillette, right? Is this Ryan Gillette now?
This is Tinkler.
Oh, okay. Well, dude, everything's going well right now. What a run for you. And this race is definitely at its highs and lows, and you're in the top right now.
Yes, sir. It has. A lot of people have been trying to be way too aggressive early on. This is an endurance race, not a 20-lap show and go. Everybody seems to start cooling down now. We're going to probably see a lot of turning up here soon because we're getting toward the later stages of this race.
Sorry, having to do some cleaning up real quick, but you're up here leading this race. You have 23 laps on this stint. Obviously, some of that under caution compared to some of these 7-lap tires. Obviously, tires aren't that big a deal, but we have seen people kind of slide back there. Is it just all strategy right now, just to figure out when you want to come down, what the best strategy is to put yourself in victory lane?
Yeah, it's mostly also seeing who's causing issues and who to stay away from. If we see something about to happen, we usually back off of it and see what happens, because if we can stay out of a caution, then we're all good. We can go ahead and go to the finish.
Christian, U.S. Navy veteran from Bonifay, Florida now, of course, SCCA Southeast Division, autocross champ, go-kart champ, man. Amazing credentials you have.
Yes, sir. I just like to think of it as making me who I am today. I got a little bit of background, not much, but I do say it does help with understanding car control and everything.
All right, buddy. Well, let's get you back in the booth. 31st JTF Racing Team 14, Charles, and that is Mr. Christian Tinkler.
Yes,
ready
sir.
For the restart here. Ready to see how it goes down, as there will be a restart with 25 laps to go.
What channel did you say they're in? Team what?
Team 14. Team 14 for Tinkler. I got it. Bottom of the barrel right there. I got it. All right.
Oh, crap.
I already did it.
I know, and I'm in mid-dragging him somewhere.
Oh,
there we go. We got it. We got this. Apparently, you can drag somebody at the same time somebody else dragging someone. Note sub for that one.
Cool.
But
and then we fight to decide who did it first, right?
But yeah, we're about to take this green flag. 25 laps to go. 75 down. It is what's the word? Go time.
It is go time. Just checking in with Christian Tinkler. He'll be the man ready to bring it back to the green flag when we come back to the Geico restart zone. Harrison Whitehead still in the front. Eric Beadle is up there in third. Ryan Gillette, Connor Leach back in the top 5. Shepard, Fahey, Johnson, Blaze, Welch back to green. 25 laps to go in the road to the 500. Friday night with the trucks.
Is this like
time?
Friday night lights?
It's time to let the rough side drag, Charles. This is go time, brother. I believe it.
Yeah, these guys, they're going to push everything to the limit, except for 3 wide. You can't do that yet.
They got to do 2 laps before they can do that.
As soon as those 2 laps are over,
that's right.
I think we'll see it again.
Back straight away. And nope, caution out again. Oh. We knew this was going to happen.
Yep, cautions, unfortunately, breed cautions. And I'm still waiting on that pizza. You know, nobody's let us know, so.
We're going to get a pizza.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting on that pizza to show up, but it hasn't shown up yet.
Pizza. Replay what just happened.
Oh, some checking up, and then some.
I've killed Patrick and others, and man, just calamity. Calamity at its finest. Man. Christian Tinkler, he was able to avoid all that. But stayed out of trouble. By the way, as I mentioned, Ryan Gillette. And well, let's bring in Ryan Gillette actually and get his thoughts on the race so far. As we just heard from Christian Tinkler just a moment ago, Ryan Gillette is starting to climb into the top 10, and obviously this will be his final go of racing with the series. And all right, we're checking with Ryan Gillette. And Ryan Gillette, man, this is your final hurrah. Let everybody know what it's going to be like stepping away from running iRacing, man.
It's my last weekend with iRacing for a while. Sunday's going to be it. This I'm running, but unfortunately I'm out of it. That wreck took us out of it. In fact, it's just I'm heartbroken. Me and Christian were doing so good. Cashew got caught up in an earlier wreck, but I won't be gone long. I promise you that. The Bandit will always come back.
And the Bandit, by the way, is going to be pursuing a run for a championship at River City Speedway in the Sportsman division, moving up in the in your racing class this year.
Yes, sir. I totaled the absolute heck out of my pure stock Firebird in the backstretch wall. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go from a pure stock all the way up to the big boys.
Now, where is River City Speedway at? That's up in the northeast, in northwest, isn't it?
Yes, sir. St. Helens, Oregon, right on the Columbia River.
There you go. That's what I was thinking for sure. Man, how about that? Ryan, we have the Northwest Racing Series, and I'm not trying to steer you into staying on iRacing, but, we normally, what is it, Charles, Monday and Wednesday night at like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, 8:30?
Yeah, 11:15
California, West Coast time. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 8 their time, 10 our my time, 11 your time.
Yeah, so like 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Northwest time. It'd be cool to get. You're in the Northwest, so you could run in it.
That's tempting. I might dust off the 31st JTF racing car. Speaking of which, I hate to cut you guys off. I just want to say how proud I am of this 31st JTF racing team. We threw this thing together, and Matthew Berkovitz, he's doing awesome. Hans is up here. Tinkler, he's up here kicking so much butt right now, man. I know we got a bunch of people in the chat box cheering for us. We're trying to make this one memorable because I am really going to miss this team.
Now, if I'm trying to remember, Ryan, was your fiance, did she start the race in the 41 truck, am I right?
He was in there until about lap 25.
Gotcha. And then now you're out of it. So
yeah, I'm out. She comes up, she says, I told you you'd wreck it.
Her name is Gemini, right? Gemini.
Gemini Hoffy, that is my girl.
She stayed already. She stayed in the first half of the race, and then poor Bandit gets in there and tears it all up, right?
Oh well, she says, it's funny. It's funny. She says, man, your truck looks about as bad as your Firebird did.
Oh wow. Well, buddy, thank you. Appreciate your service, and man, have fun the rest of the weekend. Enjoy it. Road to the 500.
Well, hey, I'm going to tell you guys something. You guys come talk to me anytime you guys want these next 2 days. Sunday, I might get a little teary-eyed if you talk to me towards the end of it. But I'm going to hop in the spotter stand right here, and I'm going to call Tinkler. I'm going to call for Tinkler because, again, I decided to Firebird my freaking truck.
Yeah, by the way, apologies to Mr. Tinkler. I thought it was a woman at first, and then I finally realized that Gemini was your fiance, and then hey, that's a guy up there. But hey, hoorah! You guys are doing good.
Thank you, sir.
Right, brother. Look, you know this, Charles. We've worked together, 5 years now? If I make a mistake, I'm man enough to laugh it off and call myself out, right? I'll do it.
Yeah, ironically, he's man enough to say when he called someone a woman.
Man. Anyhow.
Hey, I will add.
Christian Tinkler does sound like a woman's name, okay? I mean, I got a lady friend from racing. Her name is Christian, okay? It's her name.
In your defense, too, I will add this. This is the first time we've ever met this driver. we don't know. We never got to talk to them. It's not like a league where we get to come in and talk to the drivers prior to stuff starting. We meet probably, I would say out of 37 drivers, probably 30 of these are brand new to us. So, we make mistakes. I may be perfect, but, you might make mistakes.
Let's go back to green. Closing in on 20 to go here. Next time by in Daytona. The road to the 500. Race summary, bottom left, real quickly. Let's check it out. Presented by Virginia811.com, and there it is, 7 cautions. Well, we're approaching the over-under. I said 8, Charles, and we're already at 7.
Yeah, so we're definitely, anyone that voted under, which was like one other person to me, we lost. So we're officially out of this one. So that's unfortunate.
I got one left.
It did take a while to get them.
There's one left. Don't give up on me yet.
We will not give up on you. You got one. I think you can get this and hold it out. But Tinkler's still in third. Leach, Fahey out there, Whitehead. I believe that's Barish. Is that right? Again, I messed it up once. We'll probably mess it up again.
Hold on to it. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, you definitely got to hold on to it for these last few laps. 20 laps to go. Again, 20 laps to go. I said at the very beginning that is go time. And it is, especially with 10 laps to go. 20, you got to make some moves.
Got to make a move. You got to start preparing to get your chess pieces and prepare for checkmate. Kilpatrick, lap truck outside. They completed 2 laps, 19 to go. We're 3 wide again. They've been given the go sign. They can do it.
When I see 10 laps to go, which we're coming up to here shortly, at Daytona, Talladega, the only thing that comes to mind if I'm in the back is Smokey and the Bandit. When he gets on there, we're about to put some moves on this,
Put some moves on this old man.
Yeah, but he don't say old man. Yeah.
Oh, we're about to put some moves on this mother.
Yeah. That's what it's coming to here when we got about 9 more laps.
Yep, you're exactly right. Game on.
I kind of want to see a picture of this car that got totaled on the racetrack. But he is now in the 6th position. Aubrey Thompson still in 9th after all of that chaos that ensued. Brian Shepard in now 9th was 7th, dropped 2 spots. These guys, they're just back and forth. It's really just trading positions right now. Nobody's really pushing it too hard, but they will be here soon. And like I said, you friends become foes, foes become worse foes, I guess. I don't know. And nobody's looking out for anybody but themselves.
No, it's going to happen. You're right. It's no doubt going to happen. Just holding together, guys. Got to keep it in line as they come back to the line one more time. Here in Daytona. We'll be approaching halfway coming up. Or I'm sorry, approaching 15 to go coming up is what I meant to say. My apologies. Holy hell,
don't put us back there.
We're not starting all over again. Don't do that. What the hell is he talking about?
Now
we're starting over.
Maybe on Sunday you can say that, but not tonight.
15 to go. I digress. I'm sorry.
50 laps this way.
I got to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning to broadcast a race this weekend tomorrow, and then hightail it back here tomorrow night for the Xfinity race. So,
Crimea River, Wesley. I got to be up at like 2 in the afternoon.
You know what? Just there's a finger between 2 fingers. What is it?
I mean, if you put your hands together, that could be a lot of fingers.
There's a finger between 4 fingers, is what I meant to say. Look at Leach. under attack. Tinkler inside. How about it for the driver, Christian Tinkler? What a shootout this will be if he can pull it together. 15 to go. Under 50 miles remaining here in Daytona.
Yeah, I think we're going to have another caution. I don't know where it's going to be in the field. You know, is it going to be further back with these people trying to get to the front? Or are we going to see somebody in the front make a loud move to try to get the lead and spin somebody out and wreck the front of the field? Or is it going to be the rear, the front? You never know. It's looking like it's going to be here at the front right now.
Very interesting, and we got trouble. Oh no, Whitehead this time caught up in it. There's the 77. There is Tinkler. Is he involved? No, he is not. That's another truck. Oh, wow. Look at this. Well, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, some of this may have been because of that lap car.
Watching him work into the corner. Let's see how this again goes on. Look at this turn. Aubrey Thompson got turned by the 81. And then Whitehead involved. 78 caught up in it. So was the 38. Heartbreak, man. And Christian Tinkler did get caught up in it.
Yeah, and you'll see here as we go back and look at it one more time. I'm not seeing the lap car directly cause he didn't hit anyone.
Go back to fifth, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he this lap car right here didn't directly hit anyone. You'll see as they're going by, they're, you know, on the bottom. I guess that's technically where you want to be. So I was thinking it was closer into the corners. They were on the backstretch, so it really didn't have any play into it. Just getting around him and people shuffling around, and you know, unfortunately it happened. But he did exactly what he needed to do. He stayed down at the bottom for them to get by. It just the shuffling around kind of got him, you know, out of sorts, and unfortunately a caution happened.
A lot of accidents tonight, Charles, have happened, believe it or not, in the tri-oval. Working into the turns, there's been a few accidents on the tri-oval and the backstretch, but Charles, a majority of them has happened going into turn 1 and turn 3.
Yeah, it's been the little problem child for this race tonight, and it's unfortunate. The good news is, even with these cautions, we have 2 green-white checkered attempts, so we'll probably have about 9 or 10 laps to go. We're not in that range yet, but 1, we have them there if we need them, and 2, that brings us to 8 cautions, so 1 more and you're out of the bet too.
You're exactly right. I have surpassed my limit. I'm at 8. Over under. I said 8. I'm at 8 now with 20 caution laps of 88 complete. 38 lead changes and 12 laps to go. We take our final network timeout. The finish from Daytona on deck next at the road to the 500.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Looking to the inside of Turner, trying to make it 3 wide down the back straightaway, nearly does.
Last night the track was very slick. You know, we had 2 good grooves.
But anyway, just another some of that.
There's people in the stands. That means there's people watching.
here at Daytona. 10 laps to go. When they come back to the Geico restart zone, shootout time at Daytona imminent. 8th caution of the race about to be concluded. And now it is go time. Let us know where you're tuning in. Thanks for everybody for joining us.
I'm tuning in from Texas. By the way, did the Comets win tonight or did they lose?
The ladies lost. The men got a big win. Yeah. We had a player score his 1,000th point.
In one game, that's a lot of points.
Well, in his career so far, and he's still a junior.
Oh, I thought it was in one game.
Check that all out at wearecrn.com. And this again, we just had a wreck. We'll try to go for a restart here. Wargax, I agree with you. Let's go back to green flag. 10 to go. Velvet Scarlatino, we did not know his middle name was Hans. I'm sorry. Just being honest. Let's go back to green.
If he was Solo, would he be Han Solo?
Yeah, there you go. We're talking about Christian Tinkler again. I guess his middle name's Hans. We didn't get. We were not given that information, so.
Yes, we like information. All the information
people
we
are
get.
still out of shape because we called him a damn woman instead of a guy, and I apologize.
Well, those are actually
for that.
they typed that a little while
ago. It wasn't
ago.
intentional. I can promise you that.
They typed that in there a little while ago.
9 to go. Go time at Daytona. Get your chess pieces in line. It's time to declare checkmate. Leach is in the lead. We talked to him earlier. Fahey in the number 2 spot. Klein, Barsh, Shepard. New names at the top 5. How about Majeski? Mace-Juski there. That's Macy-Juski in the number 93, Charles. Look at that orange machine into the outside. It is about to get the thumbs up to go 3 wide. 8 to go at Daytona.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You get to go, so you're going to have about 8 laps to go 3 wide if you can, and they were probably going to use them too, I would imagine. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. And, and no one ever let me know about that pizza, so I guess we're going to go with spicy noodles after this race for dinner, but somebody's going to be getting a chicken dinner. Is it going to be Leach, Klein, Fahey, Shepard, Barsh, the name I can't pronounce, Macy-Juski? I know I'm butchering the name, and I apologize. We'll get that from him later on, but one of these guys... Yeah, or some we could have Vormwald going to be up here potentially. So it's really anybody's game. I would say maybe 20 drivers have a chance of winning this race right now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, anybody up for that pack right there, no doubt. I've got a chance to make some noise here. 7 laps to go here at Daytona.
And we talked
in the lead.
We talked about how good Tinkler and Whitehead were doing. They're now in 12th and 14th. They're still doing good. They're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. But they have kind of been shuffled back. And it's typical Daytona Talladega. You go to the front, you kind of get shuffled to the back. You go to the front, it's like a revolving door. And that's why you kind of have to make it to where that revolving door puts you at the front when it comes time to end this race.
Oh, you're right. Working into 3 and 4. It'll be now 6 laps to go when they come to the line. Here at Daytona, 6 remaining. Klein is the leader.
Klein at the line.
Klein at the line will lead. Leach back on the bottom. And they're 3 wide, a little bump draft. Got them sideways for just a moment. Somehow they hold it together on the top side. They're 3 wide behind them.
But keep in mind, Wesley, we're coming up on 5 to go, which means if there's a caution, that rule of only going 3 wide after 2 laps is out the window. We will officially be within that window. So that rule is no longer a rule. So, the question is, will we have another caution? I say it's about a 50-50 shot, to be honest.
We'll see how it all happens now as they work their way down to the line. This time by your flagman shows an open hand. 5 to go. It is go time. Remember, from this point off, if we get a caution, there's a chance at double overtime, and they can go 2 and 3 wide on the restart. All bets are off now here in Daytona. Can they go to the finish? Leach to the lead on the bottom. Klein battles back. Fahey, Checkered, Barsh, Macy Juski now battling there, and they're going to start side drafting each other to the back straightaway. Barsh is in the battle.
Yeah, I'm really not. I'm surprised we didn't see more 3 wide quicker in this, knowing that you've got to get to the front. It shows a lot of restraint and a lot of professionalism not to do it, but they're trying. They're going out that corner. They were definitely trying.
Somehow to the line. 4 laps remaining, 10 miles to go here in Daytona. Up the outside, Klein. He's got Checkered behind him. Barsh is there as well. Behind him, they're Willen and Dillon 2 and 3 wide. Getting back in line is Leach again. Nobody is jumping out of line to try to battle these guys at Charles. And nope, here we go. I knew I spoke too soon. 1 push to the back. They drop to the bottom. We stay green. Somehow they hold it together, and we stay green coming out of 4, Charles. 3 to go.
Yeah, they did a good job of not bringing out the caution. We stay green. It did, however, break up the last probably 10 cars of this 20-car pack, and now we got a lap car coming in on the high side.
Lap machine on the top. That's Justin Mills. Plenty of room given. Klein will go by. So will Checkered. So will Barsh. Macy Juski as well. They're working the back straightaway now. Leach staying in that lead, in that top spot.
Oh,
Klein now. They battle back, and we got him wrecking.
That is not going to bring out a caution, I don't believe.
He disappeared. He took the toe quickly and disappeared. No caution. Wow.
I don't know if he got the toe. He could have got the toe. That is an accurate statement. They also have a 24 incident limit. If he has 24 incidents or X's in this race, he go bye-bye. See you later.
So flying. 5 miles remaining, 2 to go.
So that
2
very well
miles to go here.
Now, I think, if I'm guessing, I'm going to say Brian Checkered wins this race. That's my pick. A little late to be picking it with 2 to go.
Yeah, it's a little too late to turn back now, right? I mean, come on.
I think Checkered, I think he's sitting in the catbird seat right now in 3rd.
If it's anybody behind the leader, that's the person that's got a chance. And I'm going to tell you, the moves by Mason Juski is really good right now. So is Barsh. Right there in tow. And what was about 10 trucks are now back to a dozen. Here they come, 3 wide behind them. And this is going to be Klein coming to the line. Hey, 8 cautions so far. I'm still in the battle. 1 to go. This is the race to the finish at Daytona.
And we can't get another caution now.
Nope, they took the white flag. The CRN 1 to go. I don't know where the logo is.
Well, it was a backup set of overlays. My apologies to CRN. We'll have it in for tomorrow.
Final time around, 3 wide. Holding it together. Back straight away. Look at the 51. Klein on the outside. Leach back to the bottom. He's got help with the 19 of Fahey. Fahey now. Barsh. They're making contact. They're bumping and banging in the back. They're going to be running to the checkered flag. No overtime needed. Will they break out of line? Klein inside Leach. Leach is there. Leach wins the road to the 500 race 1, and they crash. Going into turn 1, Klein and company. What a finish.
Yeah,
Connor Leach the winner from Canada. Oh, Canada. Woo. Man, oh man, Charles, how about it for Connor Leach?
Yeah, that was definitely, a great race, and it never disappoints with this group.
Let's pick up that that last lap one more time. Coming out of turn number 2 of the back straightaway. Setting it up. Bumping, banging. You had Klein, you had Barsh, you had Mason Juski, all of them right there in the hunt. Here it is, white flag one more time. Charles, set it up for us. What happened here in giving Leach the win?
Well, you see, this car was racing this car. No, they were just side by side. Putting on a good little battle side by side. It was really anybody's game or anybody's race to win. I think that inside line just had a little bit, and I mean a very little bit more momentum, mainly because you see those 3 up top. They went 3 wide, and that really killed the momentum to the middle lane, and the 71 just took advantage of it here. The 37 on timing and scoring. That didn't help anything right there. You got people battling and wrecking behind them, and when it comes down to it, that inside line just had the momentum.
A look at all of this. Crazy finish. And by the way, Charles, over under, I did it. I stayed within my limit.
You did.
They didn't wreck anymore, right? I got it right. Well, we're trying to get all of our drivers for post-race interviews in place. While we're doing that, man, let's take a look at the, if you will, results of the Road to Pro, not the Road to Pro, I'm sorry, the Road to the 500 with the trucks tonight here at Daytona. And Charles, there you see it right there. There's the results, first, second, third. Connor Leach, the winner. Mike Fahey will finish in second spot. Fahey. Is it Fahey or Fahey?
I think it's Fahey.
Yeah, Mike Fahey. Yeah, Mike Fahey. Chris Klein third. We'll grab them on the podium in a moment. Tom Barsh, Brian Shepard finished in the top 5. Christian Tinkler went around a battle back and finished in 6th. Ray Partridge, Harrison Whitehead in a wreck in the late going, finished in the top 10. Brandon Macy-Juski 9th. Robert Vormwald is in 10th. 11th will go to Scott Miller, Drew Blaze, Dustin Rogerson. Aubrey Thompson on the damage clock. Battles back for a top 15. He'll finish 14th, and so did Dave Payton. 15 trucks on the lead lap when this race ended. David Duke, Skylar Herod, Matthew Berkovitz, Anthony Williams, and Dave Coburn. A couple laps down, Charles. And there's your top 20.
Yeah, 21st through 30th going to be Jones, Justin Johnson, just not the night he wanted. For sure, we'll see him tomorrow. Maybe he'll do better in the booth than he did on the track tonight. We like you, we love you, Justin. We love you, Johnson. We just messing with you. Kilpatrick in 23rd, followed by Mark Robinson, Robert Smith, Matt Underwood, Justin Mills, Patrick Kopp, David Hunter, and Tim Smith in 30th. Rounding out the field is going to be Eric Beadle, Ryan Gilbert, Derek Welch, Nick Biddy, Shane Miller, Patrick Odell, I guess. Odell, yeah. And Joe David? I guess that's David?
Yeah.
Davidi?
Yeah,
we're going with David.
Joe Davidi.
Well, there you go. I got the easy names on the end. Well, I'll take it.
Final look at the race summary, and I did it! Over under, right at 8. I broke even. 24 constant laps of 100. Of course, and 45 lead changes for the trucks. All right, listen, we're going to take a network timeout. We're going to thank our sponsors. One more go around. And when we return back from Daytona, we will. All right, let's first thank these guys before we go to commercial. 31st Joint Task Force, and then the Ninja. The Racing Ninja helmet. There it is. All right. Yeah, there you go. Thank them. GTR Simulator. Swift. And I don't mean the Deep State Taylor Swift either. LSR Gaming X on Twitch. Thank you, Justin Johnson. And, of course, your home for sim racing. We take a break. We're back. Top 3. Join us in the Road to the 500. Truck, yeah. What a show they put on. We're back in just a moment from Daytona.
Hi, Welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Back to Daytona and the road to the 500 for the trucks in the books tomorrow night, Xfinity Sunday. Next Gen Cup, we got it for you all weekend long on your home for sim racing. And don't forget to join them for the 66th running of the Great American Race from the real Daytona. And of course, coming up in 9 days, next Sunday, February 18th. All right, let's grab the winner. Connor Leach, you did it, man. Craziness at the end. Were you just hoping to get to the white flag to know this race would be over regardless? Congratulations.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I kept hearing in the spotters saying they're wrecking on the back strips, they're wrecking on the front strips, they're wrecking into 3. I'm like, no caution, no caution, no caution, no caution, please, please, please. And you know, we had Chris Klein, their teammate from the NTRL series, and you know, we were kind of nose to tail there, and then I had an opening to go down low, and figured, yeah, I better take it. We can kind of try to control this thing a little bit. Hope nobody gets a super big run on the outside, 3 wide. But yeah, it worked out in the end. That was wild. I mean, I had to take that fast repair, and yeah, I figured there'd be a lot more wrecks. And but it worked out in the end. We somehow got back up to the front. I don't even know how it really happened. It happened so damn fast. But we got back up near the front there and had enough fuel to make it to the end. And holy hell, did we ever get to the end and got there first. Yeah, that was a great race. That was pretty exciting.
Okay, my turn. I'm so used to not interviewing. But you know, yeah.
Oh wow.
My thing is just more of a comment. Just a heck of a race. We had 8 cautions. Unfortunately, Wesley won the caution over under rule, I bet. But we had 45 different lead changes here tonight. It was back and forth. You were pretty much up front all day anyway. But just overall, what was your strategy coming in here? Did it pan out the way you wanted, or you just kind of have to go with the flow here as the race progressed?
You know, I mean, we had 2 races tonight, so this is the second one. We had a league race with PUI, Passing Under Yellow Racing League. We're starting that up with the Xfinity cars. We just finished up at Phoenix and had just enough time to get in here. Made a bowl of soup, got some food in me, and then I wasn't going to qualify, but I was like, well, I never ran a practice lap, so maybe I'll use qualifying as just like a little get used to the car and the way it drives and everything, and qualified good. I think we qualified 3rd. So it was kind of nice to be near the front. We went green for a long time, had a couple cautions. I was kind of hoping for some green flag pit stops, because I think that would have shaken up the field a little bit. But we never got any green flag pit stops in. It was kind of, the cautions always were timed just right, so we were getting close to thinking about pitting, and then caution would come out, and well, just fill it up and go again. And I just it was a good race, and I want to say thanks to my buddy from Skunkworks Graphics. He made the wrap for my car, and he's got lots of wraps out there. He's one of the better painters that I know. He put the big old maple leaf on the hood. That's all I asked for, and the rest was all him. And it's good to get his car, his paint into victory lane. yeah, we're looking forward to winning some more races with this paint schemes on the car.
Well, man, hang with us. Justin Johnson, real quickly. I know you're a busy man, but obviously I want to let you do your due diligence, and I have the honor of acknowledging your Friday night winner in the road to the 500, Connor Leach, the man that got it done here at Daytona tonight in the trucks.
Congrats, man. It was hard out there. It was definitely rough. So, I mean, I guess really the only thing I can say, I'm a little frustrated about it, but I mean, you did good to be able to stay away and keep your car up front. So, congrats on that, man.
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks
hopefully tomorrow and Sunday go a lot better.
Yeah, no, you got a lot on your plate with these races. I mean, it's a big undertaking to put on 3 races over 3 days. But yeah, thank you for putting it on. I mean, we'll see what happens. I know there's a few people that are pissed off, but I think we did a good enough job, and I think it was fair in a way. I mean, shit happens, and it's the way it goes. Oops,
yeah,
stuff happens.
Like I said, we'll try to make things better from our end.
Yeah, hopefully
we tried to. I think the biggest thing was we tried to make too many people happy in this one, and it backfired. People were taking advantage, and we're not gonna let that slide.
Yeah, no, it's the way it goes. I mean, it's tough putting on these races, but yeah, hopefully having a Canadian win the first one doesn't stick up your Great American race here.
Friend of the North. There you go, man, for sure. Well, Justin, thank you, man. We'll see you tomorrow night in the booth, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Hey, Chris Klein and Mike Fahey, congrats to you two as well for finishing podium there, man. Good job, guys.
And we'll grab them all here in just a moment. Of course, Justin Johnson, the man behind LSR Game and X and the road to the 500, giving the official, acknowledgement to the winner for the trucks of Connor Leach. Connor, we'll grab Fahey and Klein and company real quickly before we let you go. Thank your sponsors.
Yeah, Skunkworks Graphics again for putting on the wrap. Go check them out, skunkworksgraphics.com. They do a hell of a job. I mean, his paint schemes are top notch. Then NTRL kind of joined their league, got into it. Derek Welch, Chris Klein, all those guys, all the admins over there for kind of getting me into league racing. It's pretty new to me still. And then, you guys, LSR, put on this great show. Hope to see you again tomorrow in Victory Lane.
There you go. See if somebody can try to go for the hat trick. It'll be the man, of course, from Canada, our friend of the North, Connor Leach. Let's grab Mike Fahey and the 19 up 32 spots. What a way to climb through the field, avoid the trouble, and when it counts the most, Mike, you'll finish in the number 2 spot, sir. The man that they call the real Mike Fahey, man. You're taking this race.
Me and Lonestar Racing teammates, we tried to, start from the back and work together, and there just really wasn't anywhere to go together. And I actually ended up coming home with a quick fix, so maybe we'll get to use that tomorrow. But it was a tough race, not really anywhere to move or go. It was all tightly packed together, and people were trying to go 3 wide, and 3 wide wasn't really working because there was nowhere else to go. But it was a tough race for sure.
I was cheering for you to get the win here, and for the record, I pronounced his name right. Just got to give Wesley a hard time here, but a great race overall. Like I said, it was hard to pass. We heard that during practice as well. 3 wide just wasn't working, so we had that no 3 wide before the 2 laps. You had to run 2 laps. Really, it wasn't that big a deal then, I assume, since it was really hard to go 3 wide and actually make those moves anyway.
Yeah, for sure. And that kind of played into me coming in second. I think I wasn't going to force the issue to try to bring it 3 wide because I knew it wasn't working the entire race. So I would rather push somebody to the front, especially with our name attached to these races and the drama that went down tonight in the back of the field. I didn't want to create any more drama, and I want these guys to keep coming back and running their races. And if that means I come in second place, I'll take a second place every night.
Well, Bud, before we let you go, I want you to thank your sponsors, man. Good luck tomorrow night in the Xfinity race, for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my Lonestar Racing teammates. Got way too many people to thank for sponsors, but like to obviously thank my friends and family for watching. I know I got a mom watching, I got a brother watching, I got a grandmother watching, and hopefully tomorrow we won't settle for a second place, maybe get a win.
Yeah, Mike Fahey will finish in the number 2 spot, the real Mike of the 19. strategy to be there at the end. Up 32 spots when it counted the most of that Toyota. Will finish in the runner-up spot. Chris Klein. Chris, you'll finish, of course, in third. And, man, what a way to get through this thing. Willen and Dylan had some bumps and bangs along the way, but somehow you'll finish on the podium. Your take of this crazy race tonight for the trucks. And do you feel like the Xfinity of the Next Gen Cup race is going to be more chaotic the next couple of nights to come?
I hope not. I think a majority of the people that were in tonight's race are running tonight or tomorrow and Sunday night. I think we'll calm down a little bit. Longer races, hopefully get some green flag stops in. It'll spread the fields out a little bit. You know, tonight there's just a lot of chaos going on in the back. Like Justin said, he was trying to be a little generous, and I think some people took advantage of it and created some unnecessary drama that usually don't see on the LSR side. Justin runs amazing leagues. I've been a part of many of them. Our league over at Numb Thumbs Racing works with Justin a lot. We come over and run his leagues. Some of his guys come over and run our leagues. I'm always impressed with what Justin does. This by no means what happened tonight is considered normal or acceptable for what some of these guys were doing. And overall, I thought the racing was great. It was just when we would have cautions, people were doing things that they know better and were taking advantage of situations. That's all.
My question for you going into the next two nights, obviously Xfinity and Cup. We heard all night across the board, couldn't pass, couldn't go 3 wide, couldn't do a lot of stuff. Do you think that will be better as far as the 3 wide with the Xfinity and the Cup cars, or could potentially we see less 3 wide racing?
I think you could run 3 wide in the trucks. I think a lot of what we had tonight was just people not being comfortable with each other. Out of all the names, typically when we run league races, we know just about everybody we're racing with, and we know what we can do with who and what we can get away with, as far as how hard to push them, where we can push them, how tight we can be on their door, how much room we need to give them, so on and so forth. And tonight you just had a lot of different drivers racing together for the first time on one of the tightest plate tracks that there are. The only other track that races like this that's even tighter is Atlanta, and you can get away with 3 wide at Atlanta on occasion, with the right people. I think it's just a combination of not knowing who you're racing with, and the runs were there. You could get runs. We saw a couple times up front when me and Connor were running together that the inside or outside lane could pick up 10 miles an hour on the other lane and come with a head of steam. And I think that's what caused a couple of the accidents tonight, is people trying to block those runs, and you can't block a 10-mile-an-hour run. There's only one thing that's going to happen, and that's the front of the field's going to wreck. And it was just a little bit of inexperience, a little bit of overzealousness, especially in the early half of the race. 100-lap race where you got to pit every 30 laps. Nobody should be blocking anybody for the first 50, 60 laps. Let's get through some of the race and see how it pans out. And unfortunately, that's not how it folded tonight. I'm sure Justin will have a good message for us all tomorrow night before we get started, and hopefully it'll sink in with some guys and we can sit back and put on a little bit better show tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there'll definitely be some changes for sure. Definitely, no doubt about it, man. Well, Chris Klein, thanks for your time, man, and good luck tomorrow night and Sunday. We'll see how things shake out. I mean, Charles, I know obviously it seems like there's a lot of people disappointed, but man, I thought it was an enjoyable race. I really did. Your take of race 1 of the trucks and the road to the 500, and we still got 2 more nights of this, tomorrow and Sunday.
I thought it went fine, and I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. Obviously, we don't see all the back end stuff, just like they don't always see our back end stuff. But I'm looking forward to the next 2 nights.
Nobody realizes all the logistics and the work that goes behind doing all the stuff that goes on, and obviously that also goes into perspective with Justin Johnson and the folks that are behind LSR Gaming X. And obviously, I could sense that there was frustration with what went on whenever we wanted to grab him in to just grab a word with Connor Leach. And I felt Connor Leach deserved that acknowledgement to be taken care of as a promoter to the winner, but obviously, they're going to go to the drawing board, and they're going to fix up some things for sure. Tomorrow night, we're going at it again right here at Daytona. Same time, 10 Eastern, 9 Central tomorrow night. It is the Xfinity Cars. Before I jump off the air, I want to send a big happy birthday to one of our searing colleagues and a very dear friend of mine of many years now, Jackie Posey, celebrating a 36th birthday today. She tunes into LSRTV and all the iRacing broadcasts I do, and all of her great friendship along the years. Greatly appreciated. Hope she enjoys the day. And we are out of here. For Rocket Racing Media, Jeff Stabdown, Charles Wooten, I'm Wesley Outland. Good night from Daytona. Xfinity tomorrow night in the road to the 500. Connor